I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, April the 26th, where this market has hit some speed bumps this week. Had some pressure from last week's cattle on feed report that had a bearish placement figure there, and the board was down hard on Monday, but come back a little bit on Tuesday, and things are kind of holding their own. That we're not looking for a real active fat cattle trade this week, so we'll see what that does to the market. Look at your futures, live cattle futures on the June contract. Monday was down $1.85, but Tuesday come back 97 cents to end the day on Tuesday at 115.82. Your April spot market's at 130.05, so it's in there pretty tight to what last week's established cash trade was. Feeder cattle futures on the May, Monday was down $1.80. Tuesday up just 22 cents to end the day on Tuesday at 137.67. Last week's weighted average on the fat cattle trade that was huge on a negotiated basis in the 5-area feeding region, 125,700 head, which is a big movement there. So we're not looking for a huge movement this week, and probably going to be hard to gain any ground. It'd be a big victory if the market could hold steady for cattle feeders. But last week's weighted average on live steers, 131.60. That's up 359 from the previous week. Dress steers 209.23, up 393. Already had some early sales for that 2 to 4 week delivery on Monday. Everybody's afraid they're going to lose out on this market, and already so I had some early sales from 125 to 129, but less than 2,000 head, so not a big deal. Today's Fed Cattle Exchange has got 5,500 head offered, so Wednesday morning around 10 o'clock Central there, you might want to get close to your computers and see what that timed Fed cattle auction does. Slaughter so far for the week, just through Tuesday, 231,000, which is 7,000 more than last week and 7,000 more than the same week a year ago. You look at some feeder cattle markets so far early in the week. Oklahoma City at 9,100 head. Feeders were $1 to $3 higher, spots as much as $5 higher, so didn't pay much attention to the bearishness on the placement figure on cattle on feed. Calves were steady to 5 higher, but just a light test of calves, and it's a good thing because most everybody's got their calves turned out and not really pushing on any stocker cattle, but there's not a whole lot moving in the plains and the Midwest really. You look at Joplin, they had 4,500 head on Monday. Feeders just steady there, and the calves were kind of uneven, so kind of a choppy trade there. Look on Tuesday there, El Reno had their calf sale 3,300 head, and maybe the edge is off some of these calves, but they quoted a plainer offering of calves, so that tells you that there's not a lot of calves moving around central Oklahoma there. Those calves were coming in from somewhere else, and most likely further south and east. But you look at the prices there on Cattle Market Central, you see that the steer calves sold $4 to $8 lower. But with plainer quality there, they could have been closer to steady. But the individual quote there that I saw so far early this week, and I looked through Nebraska and South Dakota and all those places that have the big prices, but Kingsville Livestock Auction there, south and east of Kansas City, had a load of 937-pound steers, 2:30 Tuesday afternoon at 132.10, and kind of hard for me to believe. I had to send my friend Jimmy Long a text there, and I said, let me guess, they were all black, thin, and empty. And he said, well, they were all black, and I came in second place. So I also had the opportunity on Tuesday to go down to the Mexican border at Santa Teresa, New Mexico, and see the new auction facility they got there, having Saturday sales now with a pretty nice facility there, a lot of nice pens there, setting apart from the regular crossing pens. But also got to see some cattle cross there on Tuesday, and the market was higher, as high as it's been so far this year, with a base 300-pound steer selling up to 186. But last Saturday at the grand opening of that Santa Teresa livestock auction, they had 3-weight steer calves bringing up to $10 more than that, albeit on a lighter run. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But that's 3 minutes, and we'll talk to you on Friday.